Hello there, North Carolina Vinyl Picker here on a Sunday night, ready for the weekly show, the half show, and then the other show will be coming up this Wednesday, part two. Tonight we're going to go ahead and discuss 5 bands that don't get any love in the vinyl community. I've done this before, but I got 5 different bands this time. Got some new pickups for the week. I had a lot of CDs this week. Shout outs on the shorts. I got some people that have been shouting me out on the shorts, and the Vinyl Martini. He's a great guy. He's got a great channel. Check him out. He always comments on my shorts, and he gave me a shout out in his latest video. So let's get started. We'll go ahead and discuss these 5 bands real quick. First one is a band that I just got into. They're from Norway, and I've been listening to them for a couple of years now. And when I say just got into, it's because it ain't from 30, 40 years ago. So it's a band called Soup, and this album here is called Remedies, and this one here is called Visions. This is their latest one. They're a band from Norway. They're a progressive band, very in the same vein as Porcupine Tree or Riverside, Airbag, any of those type of bands. The prog movement that the Prog Corner talks about. Another great show. Check him out. So that's one band there, the Soup. That's a really good show. If you can get a chance to watch some of their videos and listen to some of their music, it's really good. I think you'll like it. Another band that doesn't get much love in the vinyl community is Camel. I don't hear too many people talking about Camel. Of course, with Pete Bardens in the beginning on keys, and then Andrew Latimer, the guitarist, and they were supposed to go on their 50th anniversary tour, but that got canceled because Andrew's in the hospital. So hopefully, best wishes if you happen to see the North Carolina Vinyl Picker show. You will see that giving him warm wishes, and hopefully he gets better soon. So this is Camel live, and this came out after Mood Madness. And so yeah, check this one out if you get a chance. And it's a great album and a great band that doesn't get no love. They don't get no love. Who else doesn't get any love in the vinyl community? Well, Ian had this up on his wall behind his desk, and this is Sky. And Sky is a band that was around in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, I believe, with John Williams, Herbie Flowers, Kevin Peake, Tristan Fry, and Francis Monkman from Curved Air. They take prog and classical and mix it together. So it's really good. And if you get a chance to check these guys out, they got about 7 albums. Sky's a really good band. They don't get any love. I never hear anybody talking about Sky. How about Andreas Vollenheimer? Andreas Vollenheimer is a Swiss harpist, and I guess they could consider him new age, but he's kind of proggy. If you listen to this album here, Down to the Moon, oh my gosh, listen to it with the headphones if you got, and in a dark room with a lava lamp on or whatever, or just listen to it in a room, turn the lights down a little bit and listen to this album. Probably better on CD, you'll play all the way through, but if you have this one, you got to get up and you got to flip it over, so you got to pull the needle up and all that stuff. I have an automatic turntable, so I don't have to pull the needle up. But anywho, as Stoner would say, yeah, Down to the Moon. Check this album out. Andreas Vollenheimer, he gets no love in the vinyl community. And one last band that gets no love in the vinyl community. Top five band for me is Riverside. I'm going to run through these real quick. The first album, Out of Myself. Second Life Syndrome. Sorry. Voices in My Head. Omni Domni High Definition. I think that's Latin. I might have messed that up. Next one is called Shrine of a New Generation Slaves. This one here is called Love, Fear, and the Time Machine. Great band. But I only have them on CD because they're so expensive. This one here is Wasteland. This came out after the guitarist passed away. This is the deluxe Wasteland. This is Lost and Found live in Tilburg. It's a live recording of them in live. This is their latest album. I'm going to show you the album here in a little bit. And but this one here is Identity, and it's their latest album. Just came out in January, and it's just superb. What a great band. Riverside. If you like progressive rock, like Porcupine Tree, Steven Wilson, Marillion, then you'd like Riverside. Check them out. Well, next thing I want to talk about is as my dog is barking in the background. He won't be quiet. Gave him a bone and everything, and he won't shut up. New pickups. So we had some new pickups this week. Happy the Man, The Muse Awaken. Found this one. Found it in Discogs, and then they sent it to me. Imagine that. And it was really inexpensive. It's an American progressive band, rock band from the 70s that got back together. And this one here was from 2004. And it's called The Muse Awakens. Then you got Adam Holtzman, Brave New World. Now, he's the keyboard player for Porcupine Tree, Steven Wilson. He's Steven Wilson's solo band. He's the keyboard player. And Adam's father, who Mazzy was telling me, he was a big shot in records, Reprise Records, I believe it was, or Elektra. No, it's Elektra. Elektra Records. His father was a big shot in Elektra Records. And Adam is went to college and stuff for to play music and stuff. Juilliard, maybe, I don't know, one of them places. Camel, the Paris Collection, great CD. I used to have this back in the day. I used to have 4 or 5 of these little CDs that came out from Andrew Latimer's production company. Happy the Man Live. That's that same band I was talking about. It's the American band. They're from Virginia, and they're really good. Camel, we discussed. This is the Snow Goose, and this is a reissue, remake, a reimagining, I guess, of the Snow Goose. It was originally recorded with Pete Barton's. It's like the Camel's 3rd album, and this one here was, it's been redone. Eagles, Hole in the World. These are all pickups I had this week. Patrick O'Hearn, Mix Up. The X-Files, Fight the Future. Queen's Right. These were all CDs I found for $2 a piece that I'm going to put in my store. Winston Marsalis. This one's called Carnival. Winston Marsalis in Gabriel's Garden. Winston Marsalis, Portrait of Winston. These were all going in my store. I don't listen to Winston Marsalis, so to speak. I think he's more like mid-century jazz, but a newer member that's playing old-timey jazz. This one here is the London concert. I actually got 3 copies of this. One of them sealed. If anybody's interested in Winston Marsalis, come to my store. Big Cheap Vinyl 57. Yeah, and Discogs. Down below, it'll be able to get you there. In Gabriel's Garden. Didn't I just show that? Yeah, I got another copy. That one's sealed. All right, that's all the Winston. That's a lot of Winston. And you can probably get all of those for $10. And shipping, $5, $6 shipping, and away it goes. How about some Taylor Swift? She's real big right now. She's out on tour. Found this copy here. I just sold one of these last week for a little bit of money. And so I found another one. And it's got the booklet and everything. So all you Swifties out there. How about some Kate Bush, The Red Shoes? Yeah, found that. I already have a copy of that. Government Mule, High and Mighty. I got 3 more over here to show you. The Goo Goo Dolls. Putting all these in the store. Joe Bonasama. And these are just booklets. I'm going to send these off to Stoner. Told him I'd send him some of these Joe Bonasama. 2 of them are just booklets. I mean, he may have the CDs to put in there. So when I seen him in the thrift store, I thought of Stoner. Yeah, I sure did. We're at, 10 minutes. That's pretty good. Shout outs. Tad Reads Books and Stuff. Check that guy out. He's been making some comments on my shorts. Julie-Ann-B.Anderson. Light Jones. L.E. Prog Hat. He's always making comments on my videos, as well as Don and Dan. And the Vinyl Martini, which I just mentioned. And the Vinyl Martini's he's an awesome dude. He's finds lots of stuff. I just watched his video. Check him out. And so now what do we got now? Woo! It's the pick of the week. Yeah, it's the pick of the week. It's the pick of the week, and it's the dirtiest looking King Crimson album I've ever seen. Look at that. Promo copy, Lark's Tongue and Aspect. The inside, I was showing Rachel this morning. I was on the Rachel show this morning. Rachel's Ghost. You got to go see Rachel every morning, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. She's up at 6 o'clock doing this. So there's no reason why we can't get out of bed by 9 and watch Rachel have some coffee and watch Rachel every day, 365. So there you go. There's my plug for Rachel. And I was on her show this morning, and she said I did a great job. And I was showing some prog. Maybe she'll let me do a prog corner or a prog minute. That'd be cool. How about the prog minute with art? Yeah, I like it. Rachie, I need that. How about this one here? King Crimson, Lark's Tongue and Aspect. Like I said, some radio station, I guess, at one point in time. And look at that vinyl, man. This thing here is minty mint. Got it online, but it's got to be the ugliest looking cover you've ever seen. It's really dirty. How about, what else did I get this week? Oh, excuse me. Abacab. Yep, got this in the mail, and I showed Ian. Then I watched this video, and this was like his, he rated the Genesis albums, and this was the worst one. This is his worst hated Genesis album. And I showed it to him on his show the other day. He's like, he had a face. I'm like, what's he doing with a face? I didn't realize that he hated this. He didn't like this record. Found this one here. Men at Work. I picked this one up at a charity shop, and I'll be putting, this is already in the store. So if you're looking for a copy of Business as Usual, it's in there at a great price. I undercut everybody when I put my records or CDs or whatever I put in there. I always check to see the prices, and then I'll put mine at the lowest. And then there you go. And I clean everything with an ultrasonic disc washer, the Humming Guru. Keith Jarrett. Yeah, I have an extra copy of this now. This is in the store. It's got some ringware. It's a really mellow album. It's nice, though. King Crimson Lizard. This is my new copy. I was in an antique mall over in this little town here in North Carolina. Now, I go through there about once a month, and I went through his records and stuff, and I'm looking at all the Andy Gibb and Madhavani and Jim Neighbors and all this stuff. I'm looking through them. I said, I ain't going to find nothing. I never find anything here. And then I see this in there, and I'm like, what the heck is this doing here in this little town? It's the collection edition, too, the collector's edition, 180 gram. Sounds, oh my gosh, it sounds beautiful. And it had a $20 bill marked on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't get it in my arm fast enough. And then I had to go to a couple more different places, and I was looking at some other records, and I had it under my arm the whole time. I didn't want to put it down. Somebody come by and say, hey, that looks like, yeah, that's Lizard. Yeah, like they would know that. There isn't too many people where I live that know this record. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so here we go. This one here, I got the same place. It's got water damage. It was 50 cents. It's the Crusaders. It's a good album. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's 70s jazz, a little bit of funk in it, but yeah, it's not too bad. And this is the one I was just telling you about. I have the CD. So this album came in the mail yesterday, and I don't have the thing from Amazon here anymore. But that record was actually hanging out of the cardboard mailer that they sent. It was just laying on my porch. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. That must be from Amazon. There you go. Anybody else had anybody get the records from Amazon like that? Write it in the comment section below. Sometimes they come in and they're damaged. Sometimes they come in and the box is damaged. The record's hanging out. Sometimes I don't get them at all. Sometimes people steal them out of the mailbox. Sometimes I get charged for them when I never got them. And, I'll give you like 5 more, but I don't want to be a downer. Debbie Downer on the show here. Now, we're trying to lift people up. Okay, so here's Riverside. ID entity. Check this out. It's still sealed. I hope it's all in one piece since it was hanging out. I'll know that here in just a minute. As soon as I get done with talking to you fine folks, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the turntable. So there you go. Well, that's all I got for tonight. Everybody be good out there. My dogs they just won't shut up. So, yeah, be good out there and support them troops. And I'll be talking to you on Wednesday night. I got a special show lined up for you on Wednesday. Talk to you then. Bye-bye for now.